I have to be honest. I was putting together the Stamkos board, and I saw a discussion about Josh Anderson and Max Domi, and I thought, well, that's not a trade. I wonder what people are talking about this for. So I saw Domi was trending in Canada, and then I clicked on it, and there was some like French Open talk, and I was like, it's probably nothing. So, what are you doing, Mark Bergevin? I'm asking this question because I understand Max Domi had a down year. I understand he's a restricted free agent. So is Josh Anderson. I should have put this behind Max Domi as well. So, odds are Domi has had negotiations with Montreal and they haven't gone well. That's my guess. And Anderson having negotiations with Columbus, odds are Anderson's going to be a cheaper player than Max Domi. And what I'm thinking is, now Mark Bergevin, remember what he did last year, Sebastian Aho, the offer sheet? Maybe he's building to something here. So he buys out Alzner. Now he trades out Domi. He's clearly trying to save some money for who? And that's the question mark. So is this a matter of, are they going to go after Barzal? Are they going to try to poach Sergachev back from Tampa? What are they going to try to do? What is the plan? Or is this just Montreal feeling that Josh Anderson's going to have a bounce back year? Now, Anderson's only 1 year older than Domi. So in terms of who they are as players, they've probably already basically hit their peak. They're in their prime. For Max Domi, his first year in Montreal, 82 games, 28 goals, 44 assists, 72 points. And the skies seem to be the limit for Domi. This year, it kind of fell apart again. 71 games, 17 goals, 27 assists, 44 points. Max Domi this past year looked more like the guy Arizona was trading than the guy that Montreal got. And so it felt like the relationship between the team and the player soured during the season. Mark Bergevin was quoted in the media talking about how, Domi got away from playing his game. He was playing more of the skill and less of the tough sandpaper type player to play against. And so you could see that a general manager was kind of trying to steer Domi in the right direction. But now he's steered him to Columbus. I'm wearing a Columbus jersey and hat because I don't see how Columbus doesn't win this deal. Columbus has some cap space, and you put Domi on this team. Now, Domi, I'm going to say this straight out. He's not a center. If Columbus is picking him up, and if I hear Kekalainen say, we envision we can move him to being a center, you're going to hear laughter from Arizona and from Montreal. He's not. He's a winger. He's not going to be a top center in the NHL unless Columbus has some way of developing centers, but I don't see that happening. And I don't think this affects whether or not Wenberg sticks around either. I think Wenberg was going to be going whether Domi was at it or not. Anderson, 2018-2019, 82 games, 27 goals, 20 assists, 47 points. He is one of the many walking wounded for Columbus this year. 26 games played, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points. Now also in this is another draft pick for Montreal. They're kind of playing this the way that I used to play the NHL games on EA, where I would just try to have as many picks as possible. Because if you have a whole bunch of picks, then, odds are some of your picks are going to be busts, but it's fine because some of them are going to be pretty good. So they have the number 78 pick that they just acquired from Columbus. Columbus didn't have a ton of draft picks. So honestly, I don't see how Columbus doesn't win this unless Montreal's planning something else. Is this a sign that Mark Bergevin is thinking ahead and saying, well, I'm going to let go of Domi because he's going to cost us too much money to keep, and I want to spend that money on, insert name of player here. Do they have their eye on Barzal? Are they going to try to do with Barzal what they tried to do with Sebastian Aho? Does it have any chance of succeeding with the Islanders where it didn't with Carolina? Are they going to try to get Sergachev? Are they going to try to get Cirelli? Or is this just the Domi situation was getting bad, and was this the best possible offer that he could get, being Josh Anderson and a third-round pick? Maybe Mark Bergevin is enamored with what he thinks Josh Anderson can do in a bounce-back year for Montreal. So it is an interesting deal. It's surprising. I do think that Domi's the best player in the trade, so I give Columbus the edge in this deal. But keep in mind, when they acquired Max Domi for Galchenyuk, I thought that was crazy. There were a lot of people that did as well, because Galchenyuk, I thought, well, he's going to get some goal scoring back, and he didn't. So maybe Montreal looks at Max Domi and they say, this isn't going to get better next year, so we might as well trade him off now before his value drops even further. So for Domi, he's already with his third team now. And there's going to be some pressure on him to once he signs his contract, whatever that contract might be worth, there's going to be some pressure on him to get more back to the production he showed last season rather than what he showed this season. So, fascinating deal. Domi is now a member of the Blue Jackets. Okay, I'll try to put some more career videos together and see what more trades I can make happen. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, including who you think won or lost this deal. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're browsing your way through, you just happen upon this video, and if you think Montreal lost this, why? And if you think Columbus lost this, let me know why as well. Because again, I'm trying really hard to just say Montreal may know more about this than we may as fans. And Mark Bergevin was definitely ahead of the curve on Galchenyuk. Maybe he's ahead of the curve on Domi. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I'll talk to you again soon.